what, can you explain it to everybody else?
Sure, I'd be very happy to. So in essence, I'm a scientist, but I'm also a CEO of a company called Osteogenics that I founded 6 years ago. And what we do there is we develop medicines to build bone for when you break a bone. Zachary?
How many years have you been working on your job? How many years do you plan on working at your job?
Well, I started my company 6 years ago, so I've been working there 6 years. And I plan to stop working when a big company buys my company for a lot of money.
Can you describe your typical day?
Oh boy, well it usually starts at about 6:30 when I get up. And because I work with a lot of people over in Europe, so their day's already over. So I need to catch up and find out if there's any problems over there. And then I work with the scientists at work during the day and do a lot of contract work and a lot of science work and make sure that everything keeps working forward.
How many different types of jobs are there in your field of work? What are they?
Well, there's many. As a scientist, you can go into physics, chemistry, or biology, or engineering. Or there are other jobs as well, as far as you can go into academia, so stay in a school environment at the university. Or you can go to industry and work for big companies like Johnson & Johnson.
Can you live and work anywhere in the world, or can your job be done only in certain places?
Well, if I was to work in my job in particular, I can put the company anywhere in the world. I decided to put it here because it's not as expensive as living on the coast. Things cost less here, so my rent for the business is a lot less here, so that's why we're here.
Did you know you wanted to do this job when you were my age?
When I was 7? I think I wanted to be a doctor of medicine. And I actually then wanted to be a marine biologist. And then I went on to university, and I really enjoyed biology, and I just kept doing what I enjoyed doing until I found, what I'm doing now.
What are the best jobs in your field?
Well, what does best mean to you?
Just the best job where you can get the most money.
Okay, so you're money driven. Well, then you have to go to school and educate yourself so that you're in a high demand job, and that's how you get paid a lot. But don't forget, it's very important to do something you want to get up in the morning and do for the rest of your life.
Are there many openings for your type of job now? Will there be in the future when I get old enough to choose my career?
That's a big question. Yes, I believe there will be lots of jobs. Right now it's difficult at universities because the professors aren't really retiring right now, so there's a lot of backlog, but once all those people retire, there'll be more positions there. But also in industry there's always lots of positions, and then you can just start your own company when you get old enough if you have a great idea.
What job would you choose if you didn't do what you do now?
Well, I'd probably be a professor at a university.
Which university would you go?
Well, before I started my company, I was shortlisted for 2 universities. One of which was Johns Hopkins, and the other one was Tulane, right before Hurricane Katrina. So we're lucky we're not there.
How many days do you work each week? How many hours a day?
You know the answer to that, don't you?
I don't know.
No? Well, I work 7 days a week. I'm always on call, and pretty much the only time I don't take calls is when I pick you guys up from 5 till about 9. I don't answer the phone for work, but every other time I'm available.
You answer the phone.
Not for work.
Do you have to travel much in your job?
Yes, I travel a lot during my job. I work with people all around the world, so I travel everywhere, and I go to conferences as well.
I don't have any more questions.
Okay, well, it's my turn then. So Justin, how is what I do similar to what you want to do, and what are the things that you're doing now relate to how it might help you in the future?
Well, first of all, I want to be a pilot when I grow up, so the same thing about your job. Well, you have to be really educated to fly a plane like that, and I think you have to learn a lot of science because sometimes you don't know when the plane is, where the plane is in the sky, so you have a lot of education for that. And
Do you travel much as a pilot?
yes,
Yes,
actually,
you
you travel almost every day.
Yeah, yeah. And what are you doing now do you think is science-based that's going to help you? What about math? Make sure you have enough gas in the tank.
Yeah.
That's important. And how about you? What do you want to be when you get older? You said you wanted to be an astronaut. Yeah. Okay, so how is what you're doing now going to help you be an astronaut?
I don't know really.
Math. Math is
Yeah.
very important. Yeah, make sure you land on the moon and not on an asteroid, right? Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah.
And all the science and the writing and communication, so you can communicate, is important. So English and writing your compositions is important. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.